playing them last year, what stood out about that game and I guess about that team last year that kind of still reflects on film for this year's squad?
Gonzaga is a pretty consistent team and program. Obviously, been very good for the past how many ever years. So they do a good job of sticking to their identity, running, and just playing to their strengths. The players that have come through there, whatever they do best, that's what they play to. So I feel like, yeah, they still definitely like to run and push the ball and get easy baskets, and obviously playing through Drew, Timmy as well.
They didn't have Dessou or Mitchell last year. What difference do you think they might make defensively?
Both Dylans are, great. Well, we had Dylan Dessou towards the end of the year, or halfway through the year. But obviously having him full strength, full health, and having D. Mitch as well, just their level of rim protection and length and athleticism at the rim has definitely helped us and helped our defense. So it's going to continue to throughout the year.
Marcus, you're dangerous all over the court, but I don't know if I'd call it your favorite shot or your sweet shot or whatever you would call it. Right off of center, right past the three-point line. What is your shooting percentage there? Do you know? How much are you making on that? Because that's like your shot.
Yeah, I don't. It's been a thing for some years now. I don't know why. That's just a favorite spot of mine. But couldn't tell the exact shooting number. But whenever I'm shooting from that spot in the court, it definitely feels a lot better. It's definitely a pretty confident shot.
Do you get data about that sort of thing?
Yeah, for sure. Our whole staff, we stat everything, especially nowadays. Everything's analytics and everything. So we definitely stat everything throughout practice and throughout games and stuff like that. So anytime, anybody wants to know any type of information, we can go to our staff and be like, hey, coach, or hey, Fireball, what's my shooting percentage from the right wing? Or, can I see all my shots from this particular spot and stuff like that? So, technology is great nowadays that we have that ability to do that. So we definitely take advantage of it.
Is there one stat that you look at the end of the game or between games or look at this and try to get better, or how you evaluate your game?
For me, for sure, it's turnovers. I always just try to make sure I'm, taking care of the ball. Being a guy who has to make plays and have the ball in his hands a lot, I want to make sure that, I'm not ever having too many turnovers. And then we kind of have our own stats as a team as well. Kind of, don't want to say made up, but, things that we value that may not show up on a box score. So different things of those as well.
Marcus, I know Coach Beard wasn't happy with three-point shooting or free throw shooting after the game the other night. How the last few practices been? Just trying to fix that stuff.
Well, like I said, we stat everything, so we know that obviously the past two games we haven't shot it particularly well, but at the same time we have our data from going back to when we were here in the summertime, and we have a team full of guys who can shoot the ball, can really shoot it well. So it's just about us continuing to work, because we've been working this whole time, and just making sure that we're being intentional with what we're doing. And he's still instilling confidence into us, because he knows as well as we know that we could shoot the ball. So he still wants us to shoot those shots with confidence, take the right ones, and just continue to play hard.
Marcus, for you guys, it's not letting the game get bigger than it is and just kind of what have you sensed from the fans, students, the community on what this game kind of means, and a bigger kind of excitement around this one than a normal non-conference game?
I wouldn't say at all that we're downplaying the game. We always say we're a truth-telling program, so we're not running from the fact that this is a highly touted game, or two ranked teams. We understand it's a big game, but at the same time, we also take the approach that every single game we play is our biggest game. So last game when we played Houston Christian, that was our biggest game of the year. This game we're playing Gonzaga, it's our biggest game of the year, and it's going to continue going like that throughout the season. So we obviously respect our opponent. We know who's coming in. We know, the magnitude of the game, but we're going to have the exact same focus that we do every single night.
Is there any talk about this showing people not the team that lost to them, was trailing big last year?
Yeah, for sure. The guys who are returning, we all have that chip on our shoulder. That game and, a bunch of others that we feel like we let slip away or missed opportunities, all the way down to, going home from the NCAA tournament. So, we've had all those things in the back of our minds, and it's definitely been used as motivation for us. And, the new guys who are coming in have done a great job of, accepting and embracing our identity and understanding how we feel about these games. And now it's a whole team thing.
What is the identity for this team this year?
Our identity is always going to be, being the hardest playing team out there. We want to be the hardest playing team, toughest playing team on any given night. And we definitely want to, hang our hat on defensive end of the floor, making sure that, we can guard anybody. You're not always going to be able to control whether the ball's going in, but you can always control, your energy, your effort, and your defense. So I would say those things are definitely what we're going to hang our hat on.
When you're a part of a program that's trying to build itself back into a national elite type program, when you see these programs like Gonzaga and like Kansas as well, what do you look at in those programs? What do you see in Gonzaga that has made them so elite over the last 20 years?
I think just what I said earlier, just their consistency. Obviously, they've been, very good for a long time and had success for a long time. So just the level that they execute at and how they're able to stay consistent year in, year out is, made them the program that they are.
Marcus, I know you guys want to turn people over on defense, but is there more of an emphasis on live ball turnovers, making sure you guys can get it and then just immediately go push and go run?
Yeah, we always want to be able to score off our defense. So anytime that we can, make a play and turn that into easy offense is definitely an advantage for us. It's the quickest way, the easiest way to score baskets are in transition. So we definitely look to our defense to help us provide some offense.
I know he's not on their roster anymore, but considering how long you've known him, have you talked to Andrew Nemhard about this game at all?
No, we haven't, exchanged about the game so far. He's busy in his season playing great, and, we just started ours. But always a lot of love and respect for Andrew, always. We've been playing together since we were knee-high as far as I can remember. So super happy for him and everything he has going on.
Marcus, is every play that you guys execute a plan? It seems like you guys get into this real fast pace, and you guys start to feed off each other. So I'm just wondering, was that designed, or you guys are just in the zone?
It was definitely an emphasis this year for, the returning guys and everybody coming in that we wanted to, play at a better pace. So I think we're off to a good start with that. And coach has always been big on just players making plays. So there are times when we do have sets and we have set plays, but, a lot of the time we are just in motion offense and kind of just playing off each other. Like you said, we've done a pretty good job up to this point of gelling and knowing where each other are on the court, where they like to be, and everybody's spots. So we just like to play off each other.
Atmosphere-wise, I know early season games, especially last year, can kind of be, tough to get people out to. But what has been your impression so far about the atmosphere you've been playing in, and what you're looking forward to on Wednesday?
It's been great so far. Our fans have given us, a nice advantage for these past 2 or 3 games, and it's been amazing. The crowd, the student section, they've been amazing. I want to keep encouraging them to come out, keep doing what they do. Love interacting with them throughout the game, so it's super fun to have them there, and then everybody just coming out to the games and filling the seats. When we get on runs, and when we're playing well, or even when we're not, just feeling their energy and playing to them has always been huge. So it's been fun so far.